The 21st chapter, Fiendish, Fulbert, Freakfinder. What would Captain Flashpowder do? If in doubt, draw your sword. From the daring diary of Captain Flashpowder. We've been found out. Let's get kicking, cried Arabella. Impossible, gasped Fulbert, Freakfinder. He pointed his cane at Stitchhead. How did you figure out my most excellent plan? It was foolproof. Why all that effort I went to, forging that letter from Professor Erasmus. Stitchhead suddenly felt a burning need to confess the truth, that he had simply stumbled across Freakfinder's fiendish plot, that he had chosen the life of a pirate over his master. But Arabella was quick to speak her mind. Yeah, well, your rotten plan was a load of garbage, 'cause here we are, she shouted. You didn't even change your handwriting, pigface. I remember you too, you rude little snot, hissed Freakfinder. But I must admit, I'm impressed, leaving the castle, tracking me down, smuggling yourselves aboard the ship. But what's your plan now, Stitchhead? Save your precious master and swim back to shore? Ha, lugs and mumbles, you're fools. You scheming slug, I'll kick that smug grin off your face, growled Arabella. I believe you might try, little snot, but then you can't kick all of us, or can't kick us all, said Freakfinder. He took a deep breath and yelled, Intruders, stowaways, sound the alarm. Oh no, Arabella. Up here. Climb, cried Stitchhead. Arabella huffed and clambered up the crates as a dozen crewmen appeared from below decks, each burlier than the last. They gathered around the stack of crates, grinding teeth and cracking knuckles. On the other side of the crates was the edge of the ships and a long fall to a watery grave. Stowaways be it, and children at that? The tall bearded man from the harbor stepped through the crowd and peered up at them. Well, I be captain of this vessel, so what I say goes. Down you get off there. I'm sure your parents are worried sick about you. He peered at Stitchhead. Especially you. You look like you should be in the hospital. Leave them to me, Captain, sneered Freakfinder. I shall ensure that they never bother you again. Try it, you puggy pig, snapped Arabella. Wait, do you know these characters, Freakfinder? Asked the captain. I'm not playing, replied Stitchhead. These little snots think they have some claim over my precious cargo, said Freakfinder, pointing to the crate with his cane. They're thieves, come to steal from your ship, Captain. Take that back, Hogneck, yelled Arabella. Thieves, eh? Said the captain suspiciously. We'll see. Potts, chump, bring them down here and lock them in the hold. As the crewmen advanced, even Arabella looked nervous. What would Captain Flashpowder do? Stitchhead whispered to himself. His ice blue eye gleamed like never before. He drew his broken sword and held it aloft. My name is Stitchhead, and I am a pirate, he cried. I have traveled the ocean wide to take back what's mine. My quarrel is with Fulbert Freakfinder. Return his cargo to me or face the consequences. For a long moment, there was stunned silence aboard the ship. Then laughter rang out across the deck. Lugs and mumbles. Who did you borrow your backbone from? Freakfinder laughed. Well, don't just stand there. Get him. You asked for it, said Stitchhead. Pox now. Stitchhead looked up into the sails to see Pox perched on the rigging. defiantly still. Stitchhead turned to Arabella. Would you mind? No problem, said Arabella with a grin. Pox, it's feeding time.